Welcome to the Recap Roman channel, and today I'm going to tell you a story from 2009. Before we begin, subscribe and give me a like, it will help promote the channel. Subscribe to the channel, it's important because only 1% watch with a subscription, please. This is Sandy, a woman in her 40s with 2 children, and just recently she accidentally found out that her husband was cheating on her. Frank was filming a birthday party for her son Frank Jr. and forgot to turn off the camera. While she was entertaining the kids in the next room, her husband was entertaining her friend in the other room. After taking the kids, she moved to New York City, where at the same time 25-year-old Iran is going through a recent breakup with his girlfriend from France. He works in a cafeteria where he meets Sandy. He is a handsome guy, but too young for Sandy. As she tells her girlfriend Daphne, she suggests that she go on a date with her bonesetter, because a woman should not be alone. After picking up the kids after school, she decides it's time for them to take a self-defense course because they live in a big city. At the course, Iran turns out to be the toy for beating, and the trainer suggests the audience to imagine instead of the guy the husband who is cheating. Sandy comes out to punch the doll, and she imagines her husband cheating at a birthday party with her friend. She pounces on him with fury and recognizes him when she no longer has the strength to punch him. After a while, she and the kids go to the cafe and apologize to Aaron and convince him to babysit for a few hours. Thursday comes and she is going on a date with the bone doctor and leaves Aaron to babysit the kids. While walking around town, the podiatrist goes into the restroom and keeps talking to Sandy. She doesn't like it, especially when he comes out of the restroom and starts touching her face. The tipping point is when he asks to groom him in a cab. She runs out of the cab and leaves. After playing with the kids, Aaron puts them to bed. Sandy comes over and convinces him to babysit them again since they need a babysitter. In the morning, the children arrive at Iran's cafe and tell him that their mom is dead. Running into the room, he realizes that she is alive, just had a lot to drink last night. Sandy asks him to take the kids to school since she is in no condition to do so. After meeting with Aaron and the kids after work, she tells him that she got a promotion at work, and Aaron thinks Sandy might even get some airtime. Talking to him, she learns that he's also been through a breakup. Aaron's wife has been using him for a green card, and she's been dating a guy she imagines to be her brother. Because of his pity for her, he can't file for divorce because she will be kicked out of the country, but Sandy, on the contrary, would be happy to have her husband kicked out. Since Sandy has been promoted at work, she will have less free time, so she offers Aaron to babysit on a permanent basis. His parents are against it, but they make it a condition that he has to go to job interviews to find a normal job. He works as a nanny for Sandy and also attends job interviews as agreed with his father. Meanwhile, Sandy's girlfriend tries to set her up with a man again and arranges a meeting at a restaurant. When the men go out for a smoke, she gets a text from Aaron telling her what they did with the kids. Her friend looks at her and realizes she is in love with Aaron, but Sandy doesn't see it that way. Sometime after work, Sandy gives Aaron 2 tickets to a boxing match and tells him that the kids are being picked up by their father for the weekend, so Aaron invites him to go to the boxing match with him. At the match, he is recognized by one of the managers where he was employed and asks why he turned down the job, since he is the only one who voluntarily turned it down. When the manager leaves, Sandy can't believe that he gave up a job at a big and cool company to work as a nanny. He says that after the breakup, he really values people, and Sandy and her kids are the kind of family he feels good with. At that moment, the boxer gets knocked out and falls on Aaron. Sandy takes him to his room and brings him to his senses, and at this time Frank and the kids come in. Aaron takes the kids to put them to bed. At this time, their father tries to hit on Sandy again and says he misses her very much and wants her back. After putting the kids to bed, Aaron shows up in the room. He sees that she can't say anything to her husband, and then he says what she said about her husband at the self-defense course. Frank thinks they are jerks and leaves the house, while Sandy screams out the window that she never loved him and will change their son's name to Pablo to unwind. Aaron takes Sandy to a play his friend Mitchell is in. Afterward, they go to a club. There Aaron meets Alice, and the girl excuses that she is working on herself to get better, but his attention is on Sandy. Alice offers to meet him, but he refuses and goes to Sandy. When she arrives home, she kicks the babysitter out and pulls Aaron into the apartment. They kiss and make love. While making love, their son Frank catches them and embarrasses them. The next day, the kids pester the guy with questions. Sandy tells Daphne about what happened last night between them. Sandy, Aaron and the kids go to the boyfriend's parents' house for the weekend since it's his birthday. His parents don't know that Aaron and Sandy are close. They think Sandy is just Aaron's employer. At the table, they start giving him presents. The most precious one is given by his mom. She gave him a watch that has been passed down for generations. Arriving home, Aaron puts the kids to bed and Sandy asks to stay with her. At work, the boss says that Sandy is pale and asks her about the pregnancy, but she says it's fatigue. After comparing all the facts, she concludes that she is pregnant and tells Aaron about it. He is very happy to hear the news because he has dreamed of having children. They go to the gynecologist where they find out that she has an ectopic pregnancy. When they leave the doctor, they fight over the age difference. She thinks he is too young and that there is no future for them. After saying goodbye to the children, Aaron leaves America and goes traveling to different countries. And Sandy gets another promotion at work. Fate brings them together again in one of the restaurants in New York, where Aaron returns after 5 years of traveling around the world. During this time he adopted a boy, but he never found a girl. Sandy invites him to join them at their table, where she and the kids and her former boss are celebrating a new TV show that Sandy will host. The guy's a little embarrassed. At the same time, Aaron's parents are having dinner at the restaurant. When they hear that Sandy is inviting them to the table, the parents gladly accept the invitation. Sadie and Frank are very happy to see Aaron. After 5 years, they look old enough to welcome their son Aaron into their company. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, put a like and write a comment. With you as Recap Roman. See you soon.